All right, guys, these are your channeled messages for October 21st through the 28th. Messages are timeless. Whenever you find them, you may define them. Take what resonates and leave what doesn't. Let's get it. Okay. Sorry, give me a minute. So obviously all the cards came out at once, but we got the bigger picture. Zoom out. This is much bigger than you currently see. View things differently and shift perspective. They're putting this in the present right now position. Do you trust me? Oh, sorry. Do you trust me? This is a test. Walk by faith, not by sight. Faith in the unseen, into the unknown, divinely led pathway, and leap of faith. Oh, they've just said all of this, the reason why it all came out at this moment, it just bluffed out, is because this is all what's taking place at this current time. I understand that this is a timeless reading, but whenever you find this message, all of these messages, these cards that came out is what's taking place at this current time. Don't start questioning yourself now. You do know. You don't have to know how or why, but you know. Trust yourself and your guidance. Don't let the 3D illusions cloud your judgment. You have to let people in to some degree. Let people in. Drop some of your guards. Let people love, support, and give to you. You're not meant to be alone. And then last but not least, we have the give yourself some huge credit. You're killing it. Reflect on how far you've come. Celebrate your growth and all you've overcome and accomplished thus far. Stop being so hard on yourself. Be proud of yourself. You're killing it, really. We're in this moment of coming out of the 4D void and fully stepping into and embodying our new divine lives, our true divine selves, our true divine life, who and what we came here to be. And the process of coming out of the 4D is incredibly blind. You are not able to see anything that's happening, that's taking place, that's going on around you. You don't have, I was gonna say you don't have like the familiar bearings or surroundings, but you do. It's not that you're in the 5D and above existence is not so much a different physical place as it is so much of a different energetic, mental, and spiritual space. Because when your mind and perception begins to change, begins to elevate, begins to upgrade, everything external to you in your physical 3D, physical, tangible world begins to change as well. So it's different, and I feel like I have said this frequently, but this is the message that keeps coming back up. different. Everything is different, but still at the human perceptive eyesight level the same, because while you're coming out of the 4D void space, that holding room type space, incubation space, incubation, integration space, while you were in the 4D void space, going through this process of changing, evolving, upgrading, elevating, integrating, activating, all the things, you were kind of just encapsulated in this, I don't know, world between worlds, the time and space, in between time and space. But now you're kind of breaking the barrier into this new world. You've opened the barrier to bring in the new world. Thank you. You've opened the barrier to bring in the new world. I'm doing the best I can here to try to explain what it is that I'm getting and seeing here. But it's now you're kind of coming out of this cocoon phase, but not only coming out of the cocoon phase, you're like coming out of the cocoon phase as a new as a new you, like a new version of you, and having to like learn all the things about this new you and learn all the things that this like new vessel of you can do and has been able to do for a long time, but you just like didn't know. You weren't able to see what other people could see very clearly within yourself. It's this, and again, I keep I keep going back to this same message because it blends in. It's a piece of the puzzle, right? All of these are just interlocking messages that provide more pieces to the puzzle, this infinitely large, ever-growing puzzle. You have a very special, a multitude of very special gifts and abilities that you just didn't think were special, or gifts or abilities. Like I think you just thought that it just the things that you were doing or could do or just had been doing very effortlessly were normal, is what it feels like. And I think this last week's video, I talked about being a lot of your big gifts being hidden from even yourself, because you didn't know how special and very gifted you are. And these are like not like, these are like heavy hitting gifts and abilities. And it's like you had to go through this integration phase in the 4D for some time while you were hidden and in this little cocoon, to kind of have the base work, the groundwork, to get your bearings. They're just showing me kind of like trying to learn to ride a bike. Like you're on the tricycle, but you had the training wheels on, and it's I just see like the spirit squad pushing you, you know, holding you up on this bike with your training wheels, and you know, and you're like, oh, I got it, I got it, you know, and everybody's all excited, and then but you're it's this in this controlled environment, right? Like you've been in this, I'm trying to explain this here. Like you've been in this controlled environment with your spirit team and the divine and God source universe kind of pushing you along on your bicycle, but you've got the training wheels on, you know, and all the stuff, but also still while you're in this controlled environment, getting your bearings, learning how to maneuver, learning how to go through, you're like on this obstacle course, right? Like you've just been in training. just like you've just been in training on this obstacle course, but you've recently the training wheels have been taken off, and now you're kind of out into still in a controlled environment, because God's source universe is not going to have you out here just on your own. You know what I mean? Like you're not meant to be alone. You're not meant to be alone. I'm bridging all the information in one here. Again, I tell you, I just use the cards to give you something to look at, but you've come out of the 4D kind of holding space, controlled environment scenario with the training wheels on, but the training wheels have been taken off you now, and you're it's like you're out here in the open, kind of looking around like this this baby fawn, like what do I do? Where, you know, what is this? And you're you don't know where you're at, what's going on, or really what it is, because again, now you're in this whole new it's not funny, but it's just the imagery that they're getting. I'm so sorry. It's just the imagery that I'm getting and receiving. And they're like, just say it like this and try to explain it to them like this. It's like you're like in a whole new body, a whole new your divine vessel, and it's got all these incredible functions and features. And I said it, compared to like going from a base model car to the fully loaded super premium extra premium plus vehicle with all the it's like it can drive for you and all the things, you know, and you're you're just kind of having sensory overload with everything. And not only that, but you're having to look at the whole process and figure out what's happening. Like you're having to figure out, what do I do from here? What where do I go? What am I doing? And what is this place that I'm in? Because now you're in this whole new world. You're entering your 5D, and nothing is the same as it was. Oh, that Harry Styles song, As It Was. You should listen to that. What is that? Something about it's not the same as it was. It's a Harry Styles song, but check it out. Right now, you're having to literally just trust what it is that you're feeling, and trust where you're being led and trust what's coming into you, because you're being, it's not funny, but they're giving me the imagery of like being pushed out of the nest. And you're like, no, 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 I don't want. And in God's source universe is around you, and so is your spirit team. You're not alone. And also God's source universe is sending in like physical people to help you with this, because you're not meant to be alone, and you have to let these people in, and you have to let these people love you and support you and give to you, and all the things. They are coming to you. And that's something that you just really need to be aware of, and know that you'll be able to feel it. You'll be able to feel it at a soul level, that these are your people that are being divinely sent to you, because you have a mission. You have a soul purpose and destiny that is so much bigger than you could even fathom, especially because of the fact that you're, again, you're kind of coming out here. And it's weird. It's this thing where it's like a lot of beings and entities and otherworldly creatures and life forms have known about you for a really, I'm just showing, I'm getting drawn to the planets, right? From other beings from other planets are all coming in to help and assist you with the things that it is that you're being called here to do. And you have to let these people in to help you do some of the things. I know you're guarded, and you feel like you can't trust everybody, and you shouldn't. You should. That's why I said drop some of your guards. You will know, though, at the heart level, who you can be open with, who you are aligned with, who you can flow with, who are these divinely appointed beings that are being sent to you in the physical to help you out with things, be it information, be it business opportunities, be it platonic partnerships, romantic partnerships, whatever the case may be. So you're going to come across a lot of people who are just sent to you to be protectors, to be to be there to kind of what is this bodyguard, buffer for you, because it is very much, it's like you're an interdimensional celebrity, right? Because of the things that you have done, and that you've been doing, and that you're going to do. The things that you're doing and have been doing and are in the process of doing and creating right now, it has rippled throughout the ethers, and other planets' life forms know. That's it. That's what it is. Your biggest task and challenge is listening to yourself and trusting your intuition and trusting the information and guidance that you're getting, because I keep saying this because it keeps coming back up. It feels like there is a lot of, because you're out here now and you're this, it just feels like this spiritual, I hate the terms, you're very well known in the spirit realm. And it's now pouring over into the physical realm. And it just feels like there's a lot of people that are gonna try and like tell you how you need to be living your life, or acting, dressing, talking, being, presenting. And here's the thing. I'm gonna just slide this in here because I feel like it needs to be said. You don't need to dress the part, act the part, because here's the thing. You're not playing a part. You are the part. Because there's a lot of, you hear this frequently, like within business people settings, of the old world, right? Where they're, they're like, oh, you got to look the part. You got to play the part. Let me get suited and tied up. You got to look the part. But you're not playing a part. This is you. You are authentic. You are you the one, right? You don't need to be acting any kind of way because you're not an actor. You're if anything, you have been acting as if you were just normal, right? You aren't here to dress the part. You are that. And if you know. So I'm gonna leave it there on that conversation. But it just felt like heavily that needed to be said about, because it feels like people are trying to come in and trying to tell you how you need to be dressing or looking or presenting yourself. And no, you know exactly how, the way your authenticity and the fact that you don't dress the part, act the part, look the part, play the part is exactly why you're getting and have gotten the keys and the authority to be who and what you are. That's why you're getting all the divine blessings and abundance and support that you're getting, is because of your authenticity and the things that make you who you are. You're not like everybody else, and you don't want to be like everybody else, and you don't follow the trends, and you don't give a damn about a trend. Keep that. That's you. It just feels like there's a lot of people that want to have a say, that want to say how it is that you should be presenting yourself because of this level up, because you're more well known in the physical now. No. Just no. Just, you know what you're doing. Listen to your intuition. Trust your third eye. Trust what feels right for you. And please give yourself some huge credit on all the things that you have done. Because again, like I said, the reason why you're getting what it is that you're getting is because of all the things that you have done. And this goes back to what I said at the beginning of this reading, is that I don't think you think that what it is that you do and have done is as grand and unheard of as it really is. Again, like so much so, it has rippled right out into the ethers, the cosmos, and has called in support from said galaxies, dimensions, realms, all over, to help you, to protect you, to support you, to be there for you, because they've seen what you were doing without. And not only that, they saw what you went through. And you held it down. You kept it 10 toes down. Boots to the ground, 10 toes down. You know? And you kept your faith. You kept your faith. You went through a lot of things that tested your faith, and you did not falter. You kept your light, you kept your love, you kept your inner child. You know, again, I say it frequently, a lot of times when people go through some rough things in their life, they will either cling to their faith or they'll abandon it. And more times than not, it's usually that people abandon it, but you did not. And that's something in itself that you really need to give yourself some huge credit on, because not many people can do it. And what you have done has not been done ever before. And what you're doing has never been done before. And that is why you got so much of this kind of help. The card that's at the bottom of the deck is you have everything you have everything you need inside of you, really. You don't need anything external to you to complete you, make you happy, have peace, inspiration, creativity, or guidance. Go within, sit in solitude, and tune in to find what you seek. A wealth of knowledge is waiting within yourself to be discovered. And I just feel like I've already spoke on this because you got this. You know what you're doing. You don't need anybody on the external to be trying to tell you what it is you're doing, how to dress, how to talk, how to act, how to be. You're good. You got this. And you've been doing it quite well. Okay, so please give yourself some credit. I hope this was helpful. Thank you for all your likes, shares, and subscribes. And if you're interested in purchasing the V Squad Oracle deck, it is in the description box below, as well as you can book a session with me at ascensionoraclev.com and use code FIRST to get $10 off of a service of 15 minutes or more. Also, my merch and all the other things, my podcast, Ascension with V, is on Spotify, and you can see my little playlist that I've made here, Ascension with V, to see what I'm talking about. Every Tuesday, a new episode comes out. So if you're interested, check that out as well. I'll see you, and then next time. All right, V Squad.